Welcome back to Tea and Smoke. I'm Rissa, and it's time for the October Collective Tea Leaf reading. It is my very favorite month of the year, and I can't wait to get started. The first thing we encounter is the opportunity to separate, to leave something behind. That's not always a super comfortable feeling, but I encourage you, if this is something that's on your mind, if there's a person or a situation that's just not good for you, October is probably the month to make the split. You're going to feel a lot of confusion about this. In fact, I would say one of the defining characteristics of the October reading is indecision and confusion. Despite the fact that there's a lot of positive aspects in the October cup, there's also a good deal of questioning. There's a lot of soul searching happening in October. It kind of makes sense. They call it the thin time of year. It's sort of when we in the physical realm are closest to the spirit realm. The only other symbols besides the opportunity to let go of something or someone that show up under the handle, a hard line. That's it. As if by the time you get to the end of this month, when you're thinking about the situation that you need to let go of, you're going to reach an end, a conclusion. Moving into the emotional side of the cup, an angel is flying in through all of this confusion to offer you a new opportunity. When you let go of the thing that's no longer working for you, you're going to get the opportunity for someone or something new to take its place. There's going to be a lot of questioning about what you really love. This is showing up as a big question mark right next to a heart. You're going to be doing, like I said, the soul searching, the really deep consideration of what's best for you. What do you want in your emotional life? Underneath those aspects is a witch in a witch's hat and a bumblebee. You're either going to be working on having some Halloween fun, or you're working on your own magic. What can you do to really further your own mission, to really see what it is that inspires you, moves you, makes you want to work? Bumblebees are about work. So, if it's also that you're working on having fun for Halloween, just go with it. Enjoy. About halfway back, the emotional side of the cup, there's a huge empty triangular shaped space. It's time to leave room in your life for new opportunities. You are opening up space through the confusion, through the various things that you have let go of, so that you have room for new stuff. This could be stuff that's for you. Maybe you're considering a new fitness or yoga practice. Maybe you're considering looking for a new home. Maybe you're considering some kind of makeover. Either way, whatever it is, you're thinking about what you need for you, and that's fantastic. Just before that big triangle, there's a division sign and a couple of sets of 2. I think that you're strongly considering what partnerships are good for you and which ones aren't. This could be in your home life, this could be in your neighborhood, your community, your work, your school. Think about it. What's really working for you? What isn't? Let go of the things that you don't need and that aren't benefiting you. Moving back the emotional side of the cup, there are a few more aspects that I want to bring up. The first, just below that large triangle, there are parentheses and a cheerleader. There's something good coming, something you don't see yet, and it's going to make you feel like leaping for joy. It's going to make you feel so alive and so excited. And right next to the cheerleader, a bouquet of flowers. This is a very positive aspect. It's going to be a wonderful surprise this month. Could be somebody you already know who perhaps changes roles in your life. It's going to be something to get excited about. Our next grouping is someone who's clinging onto a bird by its beak, as if they're just holding on for dear life. In my cups, I always read birds as a positive aspect, and I feel like this is probably you holding on really tight to the good things in your world. The news is you don't have to cling like this. You don't have to hold on quite this tight. The bird is nested, it's roosted, it's not going anywhere. You don't have to hold on quite so hard. The next grouping of 3 items are a candle, a shadow, and a person running. If you've spent a lot of time running from your shadows, from your darkness, the candle is trying to say that now is the time to turn around and face them. The illumination is there. The love is there. In fact, I suspect this could be a reading about new love for some of you. If new love is something you want, or a refresher for the love that you have, especially a romantic love or a family-based love, I think that turning around and looking into the shadows, finding the light, it's going to be the thing that rejuvenates the old love or brings in the new love. Moving to the back column of the cup, it's about what you want to see in your future. The first thing we meet is you sharing a meal with someone you care about. It's a lovely aspect. Underneath of that, there's a good deal of confusion and another triangle showing up. This is more opportunity. In fact, I suspect that the opportunity that you made space for is going to start to materialize by the end of the month. The initial C is also showing up in the back of the cup. This may or may not resonate for you, but look carefully as you go through the month. It could be a person, place, thing, or event. The last two things showing up on the back side of the cup are a little curious and a bit Halloween-y. There's a you, like you, the person I'm reading for right now, with a werewolf. With a witch and a werewolf showing up in this cup, it's definitely Halloween. The werewolf is about transition. You are changing. You are turning into a fiercer version of you. This is the message from the werewolf. And because it's landing in the back of the cup, this is exactly what you're hoping for. With all that leveling up you're doing, turning into your new wild werewolf self, let's see what the material side reads. There are three huge aspects showing up on the material side of the cup. First is a dove, then a wooden log, and then a shark. The fact that the dove takes up almost half of the beginning of the material side of the cup tells me that in all parts of your material life, you're moving towards a more peaceful version of you. Peace is really important to you in your material life. Whether we're talking about work, school, or home, you are ready for a more peaceful environment. You are done with conflict. You are done with abrasive stuff and BS from other people. I'm going to say that, in fact, there's been so much conflict around your material life that you've really gotten down about it. There is a figure of a female figure who's just sort of slumped over, her head is down, she looks really defeated. And right around her are bats. The bats are coming in to help clear out all of this old stuff so that she can begin again. And that's going to happen. This whole grouping is accompanied by the moon phase of the waxing gibbous moon. That's not going to happen until towards the end of the month. In the meantime, though, you are making peace a priority in your material world. Just past all of that, there's a snake accompanied by a heart. This tells me that you are going through these changes. You are moving into a more peaceful state. It tells me that you're pleased with the progress. It's not as big as you want. You are working on creating that more peaceful environment in your material world, but you're going to get there. It's going to happen. And the changes are coming. There's a lot of scatter accompanying these aspects. So prepare for the changes to bring confusion. With the next grouping though, I know you're gonna come through it and it's gonna be solid. There's a big wooden log with a rabbit sitting on top. And right behind that wooden log is the shark. They're connected. So let's talk about these things together. In my teacups, rabbits are usually about looking out for something that might not be in your best interests. Now, with this big shark coming in, remember to be in your werewolf energy. A shark can definitely be someone who does not have your best interest at heart. Honestly, though, I really don't see this person getting around this huge log. Whoever it is in your material world that you're honestly just really ready to be rid of, probably the person or situation that does not bring you peace, they're going to try to come back. They're going to try to reestablish themselves in your life. Just say no. Set a hard line. This log is kind of the second hard line in the teacup this month. Firm boundaries. There's a lot in this cup about setting firm boundaries. It's illustrated almost perfectly in this cup with the dove, the log, the shark, and the rabbit on top. In the scatter, in the material side of the cup, another triangle is trying to form. This is another opportunity that wants to come your way. It's not quite here yet, but maybe towards the end of October, keep an eye out. There are two more symbols in the back of the material side I want to talk about. The first is the face of a ghoul, and it's kind of spooky. I think this is someone who maybe has been hiding in the shadows, who you don't know is not an awesome person. This person is going to be associated with your material world. Just behind that ghoul is an egret. This is a huge, beautiful seabird, And symbolically, it is there to push outward and bring you more self-awareness. Ultimately, you are going to know who the ghoul is, and you are going to recognize them in time to stop anything bad from happening in your material world. The bottom of the cup only brings 3 symbols this month. There's a large fish that is arced and forming a triangle, and a heart. In the time beyond October, with the work you do this month, setting those good, healthy boundaries in your life, a lot of new opportunities are going to come in. They could be romantic, thus the heart, or it could be financial. Fish in my teacup readings are all about literally financial opportunities. And this fish is forming a triangle. So look forward later this year to some really exciting financial opportunities coming in for you. Thank you so much for joining me for the October tea leaf reading. I hope that your October is absolutely wonderful. And if you're in the part of the world where it's spooky time, I hope that it is enjoyable and full of as many scares or as few scares as you want. Just remember, set those firm boundaries. If this wasn't your reading and it didn't resonate with you, please feel free to reach out to me for a personal reading. I'm also offering mini sessions now, so be sure to check those out on my website, teandsmoke.com. Remember, I will never reach out to offer you a reading on any platform. If you want a reading, you have to contact me. Please like, subscribe, or share with a friend, and I'll see you next time.